Welcome back to Random Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dan Downing. I shall see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhollow today in a rather calm morning episode. Honestly, today was meant to be a pre-recorded episode, but I just didn't have time to actually record it, so we're not going to be doing a Happy in Paradise customization today, and I apologise for it. It's just been busy, you know. Today is a friend's birthday, so, you know, actually, I suppose right now, normally what I do is we have a nice little WhatsApp group where I, what's this? Okay. Well, I send a nice little happy birthday message and I change the icon of a chat to a relevant picture of him, but, you know, I'd make sure to do that after today's episode. But anyway, good morning, everyone. Right now on Fawnhollow, it's 11:50 AM on Sunday, December 4th, 2022. Yeah, we've got it's Ida on Sunday, so of course Daisy Mate's here, but, you know, we haven't spoken to her for years. Also, so yeah, we're going to just keep things low-key. I guess I'll talk about what we did yesterday, is that we ended up cooking like a nice meal. Well, not just a meal, I suppose, like quite a full meal, I suppose, for a birthday friend. Because he likes food. There's food he likes. And, you know, when there's been times where we've cooked things in the past and he's brought it up again. So we took the time to cook a huge sort of like, I suppose run a mini restaurant for him. It's not really a restaurant. It's not like we had like a whole bevy of food to choose from in the first place. Only like a couple of meals in the first place. But, you know, he managed, you know, there was just all foods he liked. You know, we started off with some bubble tea, which you might be like, wow, you can make bubble tea? Yeah, you can. It's just like normal sweet tea, just with the tapioca balls. We didn't make the tapioca balls. Those were ordered off online somewhere, so... Had to clear my throat. Pressed the wrong button. I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Bubble tea. Oh yeah, and then we had starters, which was some dumplings and some sesame prawn toast, because, you know, he really loves the sesame prawn toast for whatever reason. You might realise a lot of like sort of Chinese food going on right now, which is, you know, fair enough. I don't know, Chinese cuisine is good cuisine. What can I say? And then for our main meals, we had Korean fried chicken and bulgogi beef bao buns. And, you know, I didn't make any of those like starters and mains part. I didn't make the buns, the actual bao buns themselves, or bulgogi beef bao buns, but I didn't make any of the cooking with food. And I don't know, if you've been here a long time, you might know the reason is probably because I'm much better at baking when I am at cooking. So I did the desserts, and the desserts were two of his favourite cakes. Apparently he requested a Victoria sponge cake at some point, you know, he wanted one, so, you know, I made that. And then carrot cake is his favourite cake, so I made that as well. And I was just saying that's incredibly lucky, because those are two incredibly easy cakes to make. So, you know, despite the fact, two cakes, quite a lot of cakes to make, the fact that they were both incredibly easy was fine. I mean, cake making, in my opinion, is kind of easy in the first place, to be honest. It's just sort of like, you know, get the right ingredients, get the right amounts, follow a recipe, and just do what a recipe says. It's sort of just like very robotic, I suppose, in a way, automatic. But, you know, I'm saying it's like so easy is sort of like ignoring the fact that, oh, excuse me, definitely, I got a bit of a stuffed nose as well. Definitely ways that it can go wrong, I suppose, depending, you know, maybe you don't realise what a certain technique is, like fold, you know. Some people might not realise that fold, the emphasis is not really on the folding motion so much as it's being gentle with it, so you don't like beat out all the air bubbles and something and then like make something like absolutely collapse in on itself. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. Anyway, we had that. I know it's a delicious meal. It was way too much food, I'm going to be perfectly honest. You might have been like, what was the highlight of the meal? I actually think the sesame prawn toast was actually one of the best. Oh, and the bubble tea were actually surprisingly good. Didn't know how easy or difficult it was going to be to make them. Incredibly unhealthy, they were deep fried in a deep fryer. So I do in fact have a deep fryer, which I did bring along, which I've not really used, to be honest. But it was rather convenient. Because my friends were talking, it's like, oh, we need like a big pot to like fry something. I was just like, I'll bring my deep fryer, brought it along. And yeah, I don't know, like, I'm not like a huge fan of deep fried food and that sort of thing. It's not like I eat it very often. The only thing I particularly like is like chicken katsu, like katsu curry. I can't really think of any other deep fried foods I'm like particularly fond of. It's just basically fried chicken is kind of it's not the only fried food I like. I do like chips as well, but like, I think, honestly, I feel like an air fryer is better than a deep fryer in most cases. Are you two about to talk? You two? No? Okay. You're just standing there. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the air fryer sort of trumps out the deep fat fryer in like every single situation. Mainly because, like, if you have like a deep fryer, it's so oily, right? When you eat it, you eat something, you're like, ugh. Like a feeling, like greasy feeling. I mean, sometimes it's good. Let's be real. You know, after you've imbibed a lot of alcohol, or like you're just really craving that sort of moment. Like just being like a slob, just eating a little bit unhealthy. You're like, yes, give me that fried food. And to be honest, if I do want fried food, I wouldn't deep fry it myself. I'd probably actually just go to like a fast food chain or something. I don't know. I don't know what fast foods. Despite the fact that they're also deep frying, it also feels like it's like less oily. Somehow. I know that doesn't make any sense, like whatsoever. It's not like I mean, if anything, if you home make it, you could probably make it less oily by well, not really using less oil because it kind of has to be submerged in oil, right? But you can let it like dry out for oil. You can like damp it off. You can I guess fry it for less time. Maybe I don't really know. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Just McDonald's chips, obviously you eat it and you're not like, wow, this is super healthy. It's still kind of oily, but like compared to like a homemade deep fried chips, it's just like, I'm not saying McDonald's chips are better because they're not. I don't think, but it's just like, I don't know, the oil absorbent amount is so different. It feels different, doesn't it? Anyway, that's not even going into like what crazy deep fried foods are nowadays. You can get like deep fried chocolate bars, can't you? Like, I know Twinkies is more like it's an American thing. I don't even know what a Twinkie is. I think it's like an ice cream bar or something. No, Creamfield bar. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I don't think it's an ice cream bar. Maybe it is. I don't remember. Anyway, you can get like deep fried whatever bar, which is just sort of an insane amount of unhealthiness. Like I can't imagine the amount of calories. It's probably like an entire day's worth of calories just in like one snack. I was gonna say meal, which I guess it kind of is a meal, like calorifically, but like it sort of feels like wrong to say that's a meal. But yeah, again, I guess you could say like a battered sausage is a meal, and that's something we do have in the UK. From fish and chip shops mainly, which is also sort of just like unhealthy thing being deep fried to be even more unhealthy. Anyway, we had that. Yeah, sesame prawn toast was surprisingly good, and my bubble tea was quite good, quite sweet I would say, but I don't normally like my bubble tea that sweet, but what can you do? What else was I gonna say? Fried chicken was pretty good. I guess we'll just go and order. The dumplings, well, okay, I'm not gonna be like the most incredible dumplings, but I thought they were pretty good, especially because dumplings, I'm gonna be honest, are kind of hard to make, but both easy and hard to make at the same time, which is weird. Because like I guess the very basic, it's easy to form a dumpling. It's not like too bad. Like if you don't want to make a dough, you can just like buy the rounds or something from maybe in like an Asian supermarket or something, and then like making the actual filling is quite easy. You just sort of like put everything in a bowl and mix it together. But actually forming and shaping the dumplings is quite difficult, but it's it's actually the part I'm best at, because that's quite common in families to have like a sort of production line of dumplings going on when you're making dumplings. At least the part that I always end up doing is the formation part, where you actually do like the pinching and stuff to make that dumpling shape. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, no, this is not meant to be me like chastising my friend, being like, wow, I can't believe you're not an expert at making dumplings on your second time making dumplings ever, because they are definitely a lot of work, and they're actually, yeah, they're pretty alright. I mean, I wouldn't lie and be like, wow, these are like the best dumplings I've ever had, and I was like, yeah, these are dumplings. I'm not really helping my case in. It just sounds more and more like a backhanded compliment every single time I say it, which is not what I intend. It's just like, it's good, I'd say. Fried chicken had just I don't even know what happened, because I wasn't there with fried chicken, because that same thing that was going on, and which I think I mentioned last year, like last day before his birthday, we made like a custom card game for it, which is difficult in its own right, and also we were basically playing that as the food was getting cooked in the first place. By the way, the card game horribly unbalanced. There's too many systems in it. I'm not very good at balancing it, but it was a lot of fun anyway, and while I like to think so, at least it was fun for my end. Hopefully the two unlucky volunteers who I roped into it were having fun, but we don't know. Anyway, There's a lot I learned from it, because that's the first time I've actually played the game, which is a weird thing, because the first time I wasn't there for his birthday, so I couldn't actually play it last year when it happened. And then now this is like version 2, which has been re-released. So, yeah. First time I actually played it and actually got to, you know, partake in the gameplay and make mental notes of exactly, you know, what's good, what's bad. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the fried chicken. I think it was meant to be like a honey glaze or something on the chicken, but I don't really know what happened to it. But like the honey sauce got like burnt or something, or like I don't know. It was like pure black, which is not usual for honey sauce. Excuse me, and it was quite sticky, and apparently ended up getting very stuck to like the pan and the plates and that sort of thing. So I don't really know what happened with it. It was pretty good though. The first batch, a little bit over fried. It was basically like, I don't know, like quite overdone chicken with a lot of like batter, but it was very crispy. The second batch, very good, very crispy, and I ate it and I was like, this is delicious. And also I can feel my arteries clogging up as I eat this. Which, I mean, to be fair, you kind of feel like already when you eat Korean fried chicken, but I know Korean fried chicken's really good. It's good. If you haven't tried Korean fried chicken before, it's because it's like got that like extra crispiness, I suppose, which normal fried chicken doesn't have as much. And you might be like, normal fried chicken already is quite crispy. Well, just imagine that even more crispy, and we're covered with sauces. And you might be like, covered with sauces? That sounds gross. No, it's delicious. And most of the time, the honey sauce is not completely like blackened or whatever. And annoyingly, I don't think I even took a picture of it. I didn't, because it was incredibly sort of busy the entire time. I didn't get a lot of opportunities to take pictures in the first place of all the food. So, you know, I only really took pictures of starters. I need to blow my nose, but I can't be bothered. So the other thing was, what? Bulgogi beef. Which I thought was pretty good. My bad ones were pretty good, but, you know, I'll just say, it wasn't stand out amazing or anything. It was fine. Yeah, no, it was just fine. Perhaps it should have had more things, you know, because we only had spring onions, a bit of coriander, and I think I said it was like, it might be better with like a few more vegetables to go, along with like cucumbers, carrots, and some chili or something, and maybe a bit of sauce. Because right now it's sort of like, it's just like meat, bun, and thus it's a bit sort of dominated by the bun, I know, but I thought it was still pretty tasty. I mean, cakes. Obviously, by the time we got to the cakes, everyone was feeling incredibly full because we had a ridiculous amount of food in the first place. But, you know, everyone, you know, for the carrot cake, we shared like 2 slices between the 4 of us, and then for the Victoria sponge, we shared like 1 slice between the 4 of us. Apparently it's pretty good. Of course, I don't, as you know, I don't really have much of a way in the sweet tooth in the first place, so, you know, I ate it and was like, yeah, probably good. I don't know. And the great thing about baking is if you eat it and you're like, oh, it's no good, you just be like, ah, recipe, terrible recipe I got there. No, I'm joking, of course, but yeah, I mean, the difficult cakes to get that wrong. I mean, saying that, I had got a Victoria sponge cake wrong before, but it was because like I made it like 2 days in advance, and then by the time like I came to serve it, the strawberry started going like a little bit off. So they didn't quite like rot or anything, but they were like, you know when you have like a really watery strawberry without any flavour or that sort of thing, they became that. So it was just like, it's a bit of a weird Victoria sponge. So this time I rectified it by only putting the strawberries in the day of. And I also put strawberry jam in for an extra kick of strawberry. But yeah, apparently very nice, at least. Also, first night of the season in Fawnhallow. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but there you go. I wonder when the actual snow starts coating around. Did we get a recipe for today? We haven't found whoever our crafter is for today. Nor have we found the normal ground recipe. I guess we should do that. But yeah, that was a pretty good time. I think a good time had by all. And that rounds up the year of doing these little birthday projects. Who knows what will happen next year? But luckily we don't have to think about it until May time. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to be busy later today, actually celebrating his birthday. Going out, just doing, I think we can do like a VR escape room, so that'd be something interesting to talk about on Monday, to be honest. Although amusingly, I might be quite busy on Monday as well in the evening, so I don't know what's going to happen. And I've got a very busy week next week, so if you end up seeing like 12-minute Animal Crossing videos, then you know exactly why. It's because I'm busy. You know, annoyingly as well is that I don't think I have a lot of upcoming videos recorded. I need to record some Cuphead, but I don't know if I have time today. I need to record one Cuphead. No, two. No. I guess I could do one Cuphead and one Amori. The backlog. I managed to build up like a tiny backlog of 1 week and then immediately it's gone again because I've been this busy again. Hopefully during holiday season, you know, more holidays, thus more time to record. And at some point I've got to finish that D model. Anyway, I'm going to go around this episode here. My throat feels kind of like tired, I suppose. I guess I'm kind of sleepy, but 15 minutes, but there you go. I know, deep fat fries. If you want one, you can get one, but I can't see me living my life using one much. So anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dead Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join Dead Darling Discord, follow me just down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.